Well, hello folks, I'm the Custard Prophet. Welcome along. This is World Cup Stories, and this episode is a little bit different because we are going to be finding out which team that we are going to be taking charge of next time. We've just managed England and we got all the way through the World Cup and we're very, very successful. I'm not going to tell you how it finished because maybe not everyone has watched that yet, but we did rather well and were not really challenged for much of it, which was a bit of a surprise to me given my weaknesses at playing FM. So I thought, well, what we want to do, as was always the plan, we want to do this with another team, but we're going to make it a little bit more difficult. We are going to give ourselves a restriction to go along with it. So we will pick a team randomly, and we'll do that in a second, and then we'll pick a random restriction from a list. Sounds fun? It will be fun. Right, let's go and pick the World Cup team. Okay, here we are. It is the wheel decide wheel. You can see we have all of the teams around this wheel. We're going to click it in a second. The only team that isn't there is England because we've already managed England. So all of the remaining 31 teams, I think it's probably 31 teams? Probably, yes, it will be 31 teams, are present, hopefully spelt correctly. Shall we find out who we are going to be playing with? It could be anyone. We're going to just do sort of 3 or 4 clicks just so it's nice and random, and then we'll see who we get. Ready, steady, click. Here we go. Ooh, Uruguay. Well. Very, very interesting. I don't believe I've ever managed them in FM, but today will be the day. Well, not today, but when we get going, it will be the day. So that's fun. Uruguay. Right then, shall we have a look at those restrictions? Let's get that done. Let's set up the wheel, and then we'll see what those restrictions are, and we'll pick one. Right then, so we've got some restrictions here. Bunch of them. Let's go through them. We've got at least 4 changes to be made each match here, so that's going to be difficult. Got to keep rotating. To be fair, actually, depending on the squad you have, in Uruguay, I'd expect a reasonably strong squad, so hopefully that isn't so much of a problem. Playing strikerless, I've never actually done that, so that's not what I want. Players need to all be 28 years old or more. That's going to be hard, although I think most of the good players in Uruguay are probably about that age. Always need to be 4-4-2. Well, I'm a British manager, so of course I'm going to do that. Leave best player at home. Got to pick the best player, the highest value player needs to be left at home. Different formation used every single match. Ooh, that's hard. I have to play on a cautious mentality or less, so I can't go positive, anything like that. We have to stay cautious all the time. 3 at the back, pretty self-explanatory. Using wide centre-backs, we don't like that. No restrictions, that's the one. The yellow one there is, in fact, the yellow ones, both of them are pretty good. 4 under 21 players on the pitch at all times. So we've got to have a reasonably young squad, probably some untried and tested players. 3 up front tactic. People say it's overpowered, but we will see. And the final one, no, we've already done that one. So those are our restrictions. There's quite a few there. Are we going to get a good one? I don't want strikerless. So I don't really want to leave our best players. I don't want to use wide centre backs. So that's all things I don't want to do. If there are additional, if we do another one of these, please send your ideas in for additional things for the wheel of death. Make sure you do that. Right then, shall we find out which restriction we are going to get? I think we have left this long enough. Here we go. I am worried. At least 4 changes every match. So that means when we start the match, we have to change. It has to be 4 players different from the previous starting match. I don't mind that. That is not the worst one that we could have got. I will absolutely take that. So yeah, so we're going to be managing Uruguay, and we're going to have to change the starting 11 by 4 players every single match. How do you think we're going to do? Well, I am not 100% sure. I'm not even sure who's in our group. Right, so just a quick Google search here. You can see that we are going to be playing South Korea, Portugal, and Ghana in the group. It's Group H, which, yeah, that you would expect us to get through that. Portugal are going to be the tricky ones, obviously. Ghana and South Korea are definitely potential banana skins. Both of those teams have done well in previous World Cups. So, yeah, this is going to be a fun one. This is one we might not even get out of the group. So let me know how you think we'll get on. Leave your predictions down below. I'll be recording these videos very, very shortly. So hopefully in a couple of days you should get the first one of those. So look out for that. Okay, folks, if you've enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one where we are picking our Uruguay team. See you then. Bye-bye.